Hello YouTube, Infinite Magicraid community, Gandalf here. Today we're going to focus on doing a showcase for Shao Yun E3. I have her built. Hopefully this video will help many of you who are wondering, is it worth it to build her? Is it worth it to put that legendary eye in her? There are two packs on right now, one for $20. The other one is this one for $51. If you add it together, you get, some good resources towards building her and a decent set of equipment. If you haven't actually checked out my guide, my spending guide, I think it's a great time to use that to help you prioritize your various packs, because you'll get a good sense of, compared to historical packs, what are things valued at and how does it compare against historical sale items. I covered a little bit in the last video, but if you want to go into a little bit more detail, make those decisions for yourself, those trade-off decisions. There's a spreadsheet I made. Hopefully that's helpful for you. As promised, in every single one of these videos this week, leading up to the giveaway, I will show our progress. And you can see we're at almost $600 already. I'm overwhelmed and in awe by the generosity and the support you're giving using my code and the disposable income. Tomorrow you will see the massive update. We'll see a giant spike here for the spending today. We went from 160 or 70 yesterday to 600. This means the community has spent $12,000 over 366 transactions, by the way, for those of you who are wondering what this actually means. So we will do a draw. I'm inviting a few special guests. Hopefully will join me at Reset in the main Discord to do the draw. Hopefully I'll get representation from all the major guilds so people can watch it, see me do this live, know that I'm not, rigging it, and two lucky winners will get 100 and two lucky subs will get 25 each. And, if we get to the next threshold, 750, that's going to be 3 each. But before we go into the main content, I actually want to spend a moment because, one of my viewers reached out and unfortunately they had, an app issue where they had to reinstall their wallet and they lost their existing credit they have earned. Which is hugely unfortunate. And I thought, we share the message out there so that you can protect yourself from those situations. So under settings, you make sure you click manage wallet as soon as you're set up. You want to make sure your backup is done and your wallet is verified. Basically, this saves your really long wallet address somewhere safe in your email. That allows you to, if you ever want to recover your wallet, you can either add a wallet or recover a wallet to get your wallet back. I think recover a wallet, just simply put your recovery code or from the file, and you'll be able to put this wallet on any device and continue the information from there. Hopefully, that prevents you from, losing the hard-earned credit and, of course, your progress towards earning discount, right? Like this is transferable across all of your Aptoid purchases, so you don't want to be losing this. Now, if you press the question mark here, you can talk to support. So if you're struggling or if you're having bug issues, click support, they will help. I'm not going to click on because that's just going to give you straight up what my wallet address is and you can have access to my wallet that way. So I'm not going to click on that. So, but click on the question mark here and it will take you to the customer support. So please make sure you protect your wallet, back it up. These are basically digital cryptocurrencies, and you make sure you keep your address ID safe, so that you can always recover it. Like I had to do multiple reinstalls and I've always recovered my wallet, so it's perfectly fine, but make sure you save that. I can't emphasize how important it is to back up your wallet and keep that ID safe. Make multiple copies, save it as a file, save it on your email, do whatever you need to do to keep it safe. All right, back to the main content. So let's take a look at my Shao Yun build, and in terms of what are the best build for her. So I will say for her build, the best set obviously is Devouring Set. I've done some tests already where I kind of borrowed the gear from my little Jack, and it looks something like this. It will basically put her at this kind of I think, yeah, that's going to be the stat if I put little Jack set on it. And it's going to be close to 200% effective mastery plus 50k attack, but on full Devouring Set, and this is going to boost skill damage a tremendous amount. In terms of best aura, budget build is advanced hits. Optimally, I I'm pretty sure you're better off. Again, this is one of those things can benefit from versatility. Aura is a big question mark because the thing here is her E3 allows you to basically span a lot on gust attack. I don't think versatility aura is worth it. I would just stick with advanced hit, mainly because the fact that you do need effective hit, and advanced hit is the best way to get both effective hit and attack into it. She does scale off attack quite a bit, and she already increased her self-scale damage by 25% up to 5 layers. So this means you're getting less effective return on it. I feel like the added value of having penetration set versus devouring set, I actually think if you have a really good penetration set, it wouldn't fall that much behind your devouring set, in my opinion. That's what I think, and I'm pretty sure the math checks out just because you get a lot of diminishing return once she's fully stacked when you're using devouring, as opposed to just simply stacking that extra mastery in there. She doesn't have any mechanic that actually adds her mastery herself. So the other alternative is actually use the blue aura or the Lego aura for mastery. Again, that's a very expensive aura. I think I would just recommend advanced hit for her. Is my top recommendation. In terms of echo, this is the one I'm using right now. You don't even need to level this one up. I'm sure lots of you have this one laying around. Whenever she's casting a turn, her basic attack is increased by 9% when she uses it. Active skills on her turn is going to be 27%. This scales her attack really well. Ultimate relief, you don't want to be losing her buffs. You don't want to be losing your buffs. So that doesn't make sense. Other than that, I mean, there are a few that can potentially boost mastery. Like if you want to use something from another hero, we don't have that many good options for it. I mean, this isn't gonna work because it's not for burn. I would just go. I'm pretty sure they're gonna make a unique echo for her soon. I would just go with Light of Classic for the time being until we figure out a better option. If you happen to find an echo that works better than that, please leave it in the comment below and share with the rest of the community. So that kind of goes into that. In terms of blessing, I would just do effective hits. Anything like I would say internal injury probably has the biggest return if you happen to have a good one. Then I would stack either attack or mastery as your next best option. But I think this is probably the best one in terms of return, because you don't have a lot of things that can increase internal injury damage bonus yet, and we don't have like an internal injury damage of 2. This internal injury, or sorry, there's a buff, yeah, around deep internal injury 2. This just makes the damage they take more, so it actually scales the other way around. So this works really well. That's a debuff. So yeah, so that's kind of her build. Hopefully that helps. Let's go into testing. Oh, sorry, let me show her stats one more time, where she's at. Also forgot to talk about emblems. Okay, emblems, again, your standard attack dot damage dealer. I cheaped out. I haven't finished building her yet, but I would just say, your standard stuff over here on attack. Between this one and this one, usually I prefer this one in PvE and this one in PvP. If I do plan to use it in PvP actually, so in hindsight I probably need to reset this and put this one over. Over here, take shield, you want speed, you want reset, you probably want I'll pick this one over this one because it depends how much speed you have, if you actually need the additional effective hit, or it's better if you want to just have the attribute debuff. So for example, this is an attribute debuff. This is attribute, this is attributes. Sorry, this is attribute as well. So highly recommend you pick the attribute one just to get, extra turn of that debuff onto the enemy in case you, for some whatever reason, can't sustain the stat. Here you're at 50k attack. Oh, okay, sorry. That's close to 200 mastery. Maybe it's probably on the high end of things compared to what most people can do at this point in time. It's a little bit on the high end for the regular player, so keep that in mind as we test it out. But we're actually going to use the same set of gear on a couple of different heroes so we can kind of benchmark her damage. Let me just to make sure that I'm using this set consistently a bit. Just give me a sec. Sorry about that. I believe we're using my preset attack mastery set 1. No, attack mastery 2. I'm using the attack mastery 2 set here on her. You can see, and then here the attack is a pretty decent one with 13% attack. And over here you have some attack and mastery. Not the best piece, but it's usable. So this is where we are. We're going to use that set on a lot of other heroes, and just to get a sense of, you know, what kind of damage we can do benchmarking it. So guild battle test. We're going to just use these 3 heroes. Here is just to prevent, make sure I don't get CC'd. This is to make sure that I don't get focused and I don't die. And for the most part, you're seeing a damage around 320. So if we were to just throw a much more reliable speed up, maybe with the like of, say, like if we bring in Lydia or like Lydia, right? Like just to get the Combat Vanguard on there, I'm pretty sure this is easily going to be over very quickly. This is not even aggressively, right? Combat Vanguard, this is on the auto, this is not getting the other one. This is just simply getting an attack up consistently. Like if we, and that already went down to 15 turns. If we were to use the likes of anything that gives us attack up, oh, I don't know, let's try Guhana. Guhana, something like Guhana is probably going to get us to that mark, right? Getting an attack up mixed into here. So if you are struggling with just E3, you should be able to start building a team just around her right off the bat, right? If you plus her plus Moshi together, her and Moshi together with, you know, the likes of, you know, something that gives you attack up, right? Like E0 Lydia, which you can pick up, right? This week, which has an attack up very reliably. You effectively could be a new player easily getting your Guild Boss 6 done, right? Just to put things into perspective, we're going to put that set on a couple of other heroes just to get comparable stats. Let's take a look at my Marcus. My Marcus, I think, it's on his own set. It's exclusive 3, very high attack, has his own echo. Like a couple of other heroes that I have, right? That just on their own, guild boss, if you're wondering. But again, these are a little bit harder to get. Right? If you do Moricus on I think Moricus can do this on his own. Let's see how many turns. 20 turns, just barely. Benchmarking. We'll do one more. Okay, so managed to get the kill. The Eratos, Jingle Bell, these are all overly tuned. Like, but just to put into perspective, right? My little Jack has like a max aura over here and 20 turns, right? Through 400 damage. So it's just slightly behind like a super crazy tuned hero like that. So the damage, no doubt, is very high. How's Indra doing? Indra by himself actually can do a lot of damage, believe it or not, especially when you have counterattack. But you're close. You're close. 200. I think Indra can get a kill by himself. Pretty sure. Yeah, Indra can get a kill by himself, get over the 400 mark. What else is possible? Let's put some of the other heroes on the same set and let's see what they're able to do. So some of these older heroes, just here, let's put the equipment on them just to get a sense of, balance. We'll do attack mastery set 2. Yeah, that's a decent set. The mastery and attack's about the same, right? I know some people started out with Andreas is a hero that you can get relatively easily because he shows up in like the $10 chest quite a bit. And of course, Andreas won't do very well without a lot of hero that kind of synergize with it to get it stack up. So for that to work, you probably need the likes of like a Ben Austin and Rister probably. right? Ben Austin. But again, of course, if you're using these type of hero in, you're obviously going to do a ton more damage. But let's see if this can actually help our Rister get through. Just so that you get some ideas, right? And no, we're not gonna make it. So Rister. So I know if you watch my older videos, you'd be like, Andreas was Gandalf's, very very favorite burn hero. Obviously, he's been outclassed drastically. Let's take a look at Chelsea. Again, Chelsea is one of those heroes that probably require a lot of, and we see Chelsea in the latest box, right? Chelsea need like a full burn team to really scale off of. Let's give her this attack mastery 1. Attack mastery 1 and put her side by side with Chelsea. Sorry, with Andreas maybe. Like, and you can get a sense of the relative damage, but you do need like multiple burn hero for this to work. So, what I really like about Shao Ring is that together with Moshi, it's like really good synergy already, because you are getting here, let me get the burn. Heck, let's throw Anna in there too. Anna just for the extra stuff, but let's see if this even works out. Anna just for the passive buff. Hopefully Anna stays alive. Okay, so there, we did it in about 17 turns. Let's take her out, and let's see how much Chelsea does, relatively speaking. 20 turns, we are at, so not bad, right? But that's still 2 heroes you have to invest in. Having Moshi, basically, let me just have this internal injury. Unfortunately, my Moshi isn't even leveled up or scaled. Let's just do this. Let's do Moshi. Let's put Moshi and Shao Ring together and give them something that's reasonable for that the average player probably has similar stats to. I'll put one of them on attack mastery 1 and the other one on attack mastery 2. And then I'll reduce their gear so that we get much more reasonable stats. In just a sec. Where's my Moshi? My Moshi. I don't know if Moshi even has skills on her yet. Yeah, this is for you guys, because probably she has no echo, no gear. That's fine. We'll fully level her up. We'll put the other mastery set on her. Something like this. Whoops. Oh, I'm so glad they have that button now. Let's get something with attack up and attack. Hopefully something, or mastery. Do we have something with mastery as well? Not gonna upgrade something. Okay, let's do that. And then let's get the preset. Okay, we get mastery 1 set on there. Okay, so what's her stat at? So this is sort of on the high end. Let's remove that piece. Let's just remove a couple of extra pieces here. Does that looks a little bit more here. Let's remove 2 pieces there. Okay, so how does that look? That looks reasonable, right? I feel like that looks reasonable for a new player. Let's go to Shao Ring and remove a couple pieces here. Where's Shao Ring? And of course, my Moshi has no echo, no aura, no nothing. Let's remove some stuff just to make it a little bit more reasonable. The mastery is gone. Mastery piece is gone. Let's remove. Okay, let's remove another piece here. That should bring the attack down to something a little bit more reasonable, right? The mastery is a little bit on the high end, attack so it's a bit low on the low end. Pretty sure this is more reasonable. Let's just remove one more piece on mastery. Here, this has mastery and speed. Okay, this is making her a little bit too slow for my liking, but let's see how does that do. Something like this alongside, just so that you can see the stats. Hopefully this is a little bit more in line with the newer player in terms of this attack mastery mix. Now, she doesn't have a recommendation on effective hit, which I believe is a mistake. She definitely needs effective hit because every of the stage has a chance to inflict internal injury. You do want to get the internal injury stacks onto the enemy. So again, the IMR hero bot, as much as it does have very good coverage, sometimes it may not have the latest information. Even the game tags are missing. So for example, she has severe wound. Here's another thing, like, again, they sometimes forget to put these things on, right? Like, and I don't know why. She has severe wound, which is needed for the content. But she doesn't, for whatever reason, have the severe wound tag, even though she has severe wound here, right here, severe wound, and she does that on exclusive 3. Yeah, if she doesn't inflict the kill, inflict severe wound. So maybe because it's exclusive 3, it decided not to give the tag. No idea why it didn't give the tag. There's some stuff that remove like shield, like Horus, and they gave the removal tag to it. Anyways, let's go back to Guild Boss testing a little bit just to give a sense of the damage. So this is might be, something that new players all have. Between Moshi and Shaoring, you're going to be in a really, really good spot. And between the two of them, Moshi doesn't do a lot of boss damage, but this is maybe something a little bit more reasonable you can expect. So you can see boss 5 easily done. If you're throwing like just maybe attack up. Heroing here, we get Guhana a lot, so let's grab a Guhana just to get the attack, just even one attack up. Guhana. And maybe just put, I think Guhana has like a mastery aura or something. Like this is where, just getting a little bit of combat vanguard, get a little bit more, right? You're easily getting yourself to the 400 mark that people are needing, right? Hopefully this kind of makes the point for new players using very reasonable stats. My Guhana, not crazy stats here. I think, all of these we can just quickly show you that, they don't have like any sort of echo. Like this is echoless. My Mamook is probably echoless, right? It's echoless. So there's a lot of ways you can boost damage on your team. None of them have, aura that's going to help, right? No aura here. Catherine probably got aura-less because Catherine's not really being used. Yeah, recovery horn, right? So, and I think Guhana has like, hopefully Guhana doesn't even have echo. Like just by using some of the attack boosting echoes or auras, like no aura. Like it's so easy to get to the 400 mark now. This makes early game super easy, right? Similarly, red mark. We're going to do a quick challenge here. We're going to try to do this with just, let's take off the pet because that's probably cheating. We'll put this and just to show you showering with something like this. Let's put in a whim, right? Can we win it? Probably, I think. Yeah. The damage she does is absurd. Like just the two of them, can we do it? Okay, it might be a bit of stretch, but you can see with the 3 of them, you can clear it. Her damage on her Sir skill is going to beat through the shields. Like you don't even need shield removal anymore because how much damage she's able to do. Okay, so this makes early game progression super easy. You already have Moshi that's going to take care of this. You have her. You have really good options now, right? Let's show her over here in Faction Abyss, right? This is sort of like, this is where I wish I have my Murong yet. I have 0 copies of Murong right now. 0 copy Murong Jing. Need to work on that probably for my next video. I'm scared that I'm not even going to be able to get E2 for him off the polls right now just because how unlucky I am. We'll see how that goes. Let's see how well she does on her own. Can we skip and battle win? Yep. She killed the boss. Here, let's just play through and see what that looks like. Okay. Yes, Wukong is a really strong shield. Yes, we get that, but okay, maybe it's the ban. The key here is the damage, right? Like this also makes it a really good choice for people to actually now. I was talking to Jonas the other day. He was sharing with me like the devs actually intended for Zhongming right? Zhongming, yeah. For Zhongming to be the top choice of first mythic for a lot of players as people pick instead of picking Nordak. You will find that with these changes, Zhongming might be the best first mythic hero to pick now, because Zhongming plus Moshi plus Shaoring makes such a great team early game, right? Like, this is gonna make your content so much easier. Uh, she's gonna counterattack, right? Counterattack means makes your life a lot easy, because she's just gonna, there's a lot of AoE. She's gonna counter back. Like, you don't even, if she's tanky enough, like for early game content, she could just counterattack everything. You just need one Shaoring in campaign. Like, that in theory could work as well. Um, let's see some insane boss damage here from her. And you can see, right, that stack over here, every time she gets to overload, it stacks in between the waves. So that also makes her really strong in campaign, because she can actually get those stacks working before she gets to the boss, right? So that +4 there, that's 100% skill damage already. You just need to cast her ultimate skill one more time, and you're set, right? Like, this is just, we're not tapping. I mean, yes, Bambi's helping, but maybe I should have taken Bambi out. But that's not the point. The point is to kind of see her damaged here. And, she does, and we're only 9 turns into the boss. Yes, it's not going to compare against Diemu or Indra, but did you see that last hit? That was like 4 hits of, I think, 4 million each, right? Look at that final gust attack. 4 times 4.5 million. And remember, this Shao Ring, right, was not even built. It's on like this lousy half-ass build that we were just trying to mimic early game players. So, and that was stage 30. So hopefully, this is enough of a comprehensive showcase. I know people want to see how she's gonna do over here. Maybe let's bring her onto let's bring her gear up to full gear now. There's some other pieces of content I think people want to see for the end game players too. I haven't forgotten about you guys. I know sometimes, like, I've been trying to alternate my video audience a bit. Let's confirm that. Let's put one more piece on her. Let's see if we're good. Oh, I don't have Mural. Okay. As promised, when we have Mural, we will do this. I'm pretty sure Zhongli or somebody's cleared this. Surely they have cleared this. No? Nobody cleared us yet? Like, Shaoring will make this easy, right? Like, the problem is, I don't have Mural, right? If I have Mural, I would definitely go for this. So maybe in a future video, I will definitely, push higher than that. Planar Rifts, Mural is going to do really well. She's going to help with this. It's not on right now, so I'll cover Planar Rift and Purgatory of Seven Sins another day. In terms of the boss fight for Sega City, I don't think she will replace Indra per se, and I do feel like Mural will have higher DPS. Sorry, but if we do need severe wound or breaking through shields, it will work. I'm gonna get Mural E3 on this account. Don't worry, I will, even if it means bringing out my own credit card there. I have a feeling maybe combined with Weakness 2, she could actually be used to break these incredibly tanky teams that we see right now, possibly. Because this is a very hard-hitting hit. That's going to, scale really well because of all the additional skill damage boosting and everything. Anyways, sorry for the long-winded video. Hopefully this is enough to share with you, so you can see what Shaoring E3 looks like for your early to mid game player, as well as for your end game player in terms of what the build looks like. She could here. I mean, like, just for damage comparison, right? I'm just gonna do one last damage check. I am going to put my Little Jax set on her. Okay, so this is now a full devouring set. Mastery barely dropped. Okay, very, very decked out kit. Let's go take her to the boss, and you will see she obliterates the boss in fewer turns than Little Jack. just for that damage check. So we're back. We are going to just do Shao Ring, and as you can see, she is going to absolutely kill the boss. Oh my. I guess it's on par with Little Jack, just a little bit less than Little Jack. She doesn't have a good echo yet. Okay, that's disappointing. That's disappointing. But maybe that actually shows something. That shows that instead of using the super expensive devouring set, your mastery, a very decent. If you were to just use a very decent. Here, I'm gonna just instead of devouring set here, I'm just gonna put like a really decent attack mastery set, just to show that you're gonna get into similar ranges here. How's this? Let's use that, because I know people are wondering, like, what do I want to use, right? Like, I actually feel like her speed, if you can get decent speed on her, is actually worth it. Because the more turns she takes, the more she can proc that, right? So having a bit of speed on her actually helps, and that's also not something that's mentioned here. Here's a battle test on her. Again, now instead of devouring set, using a really decent attack mastery set. You see that? We basically killed the boss. We killed the boss again. So hopefully that kind of proves the point. Like, devouring set is actually not good on her, guys. It's the attack mastery set. It's the penetration set you want to use for her. So basically, hopefully, you know, that final decision. Yes, you're getting a very, very nice set because it has 2 subs. Hopefully you don't get shit luck and, you know, get rolls in the last 2, whatever it might be. But if you get most of your rolls in the first 2, these are like the perfect subs for her. Stack speed, attack mastery, then effective hit is exactly how you want to build her. And she will obliterate single targets for you. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. I'll catch you in the next one. Gandalf out.